Now, it is probably also a good time to mention a couple of other important things about Islam, because Islam says that Ishmael is the father of Islam. Now, I'm spending a lot of time with this because of the inexcusable ignorance and outright agenda-driven misinformation about the simple history of the matter of Islam and Ishmael. I want to state right up front, Ishmael is not the father of Islam. He's not even the father of all the Arab peoples, just some of them. You see, Isaac and Ishmael represent the crux of the matter between Jews and Christians on the one side, Muslims on the other. Isaac and Ishmael are a distinct fork in the road. And please grasp that the differences between the Judeo-Christian world and the Islamic world are irreconcilable. There is no middle ground. There's no halfway point. There's no compromise. Islam says that the words from God, from Allah, are recorded in their holy book, the Koran. And the people of the promise of the covenants with Abraham come down through Ishmael. Of course, Jews and Christians maintain that the promise of the covenants come down through Isaac and are recorded in our holy scriptures, the Bible. Now, we just finished reading several chapters that explicitly stated that the son of promise, the line of covenant with Abraham, was by means of Isaac, not Ishmael. Interestingly, the Muslims acknowledge that is what the Bible says. They say that the Bible texts have been corrupted and they were changed by Jews and by Christians. That in fact the Bible should say that it was Isaac that was rejected and that Ishmael is the real son of promise. Let's look at a couple of facts that makes that belief irrational. First of all, the religion of Islam didn't come into existence until the Prophet Muhammad formed it. The Muslims agree with that completely. And Muhammad wasn't born until 600 years after the time of Jesus Christ. The last book of the Old Testament was written 1,000 years before Muhammad was born. The last book of the New Testament was written 5 centuries before Muhammad was born. Let me say that another way. The Old Testament as we know it was completed around 400 BC. The New Testament as we know it was completed around 100 BC, 100 AD. That is the final letters and books that eventually went on to form it. But the founder of the religion of Islam was born in 575 AD. And upon reading the Bible, Muhammad, the founder of Islam, claimed that it had been corrupted by the Jews for the purpose of discrediting him. Doesn't make very much sense, does it? It would be as though someone stood up today and claimed that the Constitution that's under glass in Washington, D.C., the one that was written 250 plus years ago, is a phony. And that person who just made that claim wrote the correct one. The original one in D.C. is corrupted and was corrupted just so you wouldn't believe the right one that this person wrote a decade ago. Now, is that about the most illogical, silliest thing you've ever heard? That is precisely what Islam claims about the Holy Scriptures today. I want to say it again. Islam says the Jews perverted Scripture centuries before Muhammad was even born. And the whole aim of it was to discredit Muhammad. By the time Islam was created by Muhammad, the Roman Catholic Church was dominant throughout Europe and Asia. Constantine, who declared the new Gentile form of Christianity to be the state religion of the Roman Empire, had been dead for over 200 years. by the time Muhammad was born. It doesn't even matter that with the Dead Sea Scrolls, we have the oldest scriptural writings of the Hebrews from before the time of Christ. And they have been studied, and photos of them are released. They're on display in Jerusalem for any and all to see. And they agree fully with the Bibles, by the way, that you and I have before us today, the Old Testament, of course, proving that no corruption or change has occurred, at least not after about 100 BC, if ever. But Islam says that what Genesis should have said is that Ishmael was the chosen one and Isaac was the rejected one. This is the basis of the Islam that we know today.